Hey everybody, it's Dr. Mark, animal advocate and owner of this YouTube channel, Positive Personals. I wish to bring you this very important video so that we can all learn how our four-legged friend can teach us some very valuable lessons. So here is our young narrator presenting our new video. Hey everybody again. And no, my hair didn't magically get 10 times longer. I just felt like switching things up and having my dog co-star in this one. Don't worry, he's way more well-behaved than Kermit. We're not going to be making candles today, though. Instead, we're getting real, getting sappy, and talking about the surprisingly deep life lessons my dog has taught me just by being his adorable, slobbery self. I know. You're probably thinking, life lessons from a dog? Are you sure you haven't gotten into the kibble again? But hear me out. These furry little creatures, as chaotic and sock-obsessed as they can be, actually have a lot to teach us about living our best lives. Like, seriously. Deep stuff. So grab your tissues, because this is about to get heartwarming, guys. And maybe a treat for your own furry friend. And let's dive into the 5 life-changing lessons my dog taught me. Okay, let's be real. The bar for receiving love from a dog is set really low, like subterranean levels of low. You tripped and spilled their water bowl? They forgive you. You accidentally stepped on their tail? No biggie. More butt scratches, please. You haven't bathed them in, like, a month? Still the most enthusiastic greeting you'll ever get. They don't care about your bad hair days, your questionable fashion choices, although they might judge you silently, or that awkward thing you said to your crush that one time. They love you, flaws and all. And honestly, that's kind of beautiful. Think about it. How often do we extend that same level of acceptance and love to others? And more importantly, to ourselves? We're so quick to judge, to hold grudges, to focus on the negative. But our dogs? They remind us that love, true love, is about embracing the good, the bad, and the downright goofy. They teach us that sometimes the greatest gift we can give someone is simply being there, with no strings attached. And let's be honest, in a world that often feels obsessed with what we can get from others, that kind of pure, unadulterated love is pretty darn refreshing. It makes you realize that maybe, just maybe, we should all try to be a little more dog in our relationships. A little less judgment, a little less pressure, and a whole lot more tail wags and happy dances, even when the person we're with hasn't earned it. Because at the end of the day, isn't that the kind of love we all crave? The kind that says, I'm here for you no matter what? Yeah, I thought so. Get yourself a dog, people. Or just, borrow one. Have you ever noticed how dogs are like the Zen masters of chilling out? They don't stress about tomorrow's to-do list or dwell on that embarrassing thing that happened in 2008. They're all about embracing the now. Case in point, my dog, one minute he's napping so hard he's practically snoring, the next he's chasing a rogue leaf like it's the most fascinating thing he's ever seen. And you know what? He's 100% present in both moments. They find joy in the simplest things, a sunny spot on the carpet, a good ear scratch, the crinkling sound of a treat bag. Okay, maybe that one's a little less zen and a little more Pavlov's dog. But the point is, they remind us that happiness isn't some far-off destination. It's not about achieving some grand goal or acquiring a certain number of possessions. It's about finding moments of joy in our everyday lives. It's about appreciating the little things, the warmth of the sun on our skin, the sound of laughter, the taste of our morning coffee. Now, I'm not saying we should all be running around sniffing fire hydrants and barking at the mailman, although you do you. But maybe, just maybe, we could all benefit from taking a page out of their book and practicing a little more mindfulness. Put down your phones, disconnect from the constant barrage of information, and just be present in the moment. You might be surprised at how much more you notice, how much more you appreciate, and how much more at peace you feel. Chapter 3, Forgiveness Holding Grudges, is so last season. Okay, confession time. I can hold a grudge like nobody's business. Seriously, I'm like an elephant who never forgets. But then I look at my dog, and I realize how ridiculous that is. This dog, this furry little angel, could get yelled at for chewing on my favorite shoes, which, for the record, he 100% deserved. And 5 minutes later, he's back to snuggling up to me like nothing happened. Tail wags, puppy dog eyes, the whole 9 yards. And you know what? It's impossible to stay mad at that. Dogs teach us that forgiveness isn't about letting someone off the hook. It's about freeing ourselves from the burden of anger and resentment. It's about choosing to move on and focus on the positive. Now, I'm not saying you should tolerate bad behavior or let people walk all over you, but I am saying that holding on to anger and resentment only hurts one person in the end, you. So take a cue from your furry friend and learn to let go. Forgive easily, forget quickly, and move on with your life. You'll be amazed at how much lighter you feel. Chapter 4: Loyalty, the kind that doesn't involve passwords. We've all heard the saying, a dog is a man's best friend, and honestly, it's cliche for a reason. Dogs are the epitome of loyalty. They're your biggest cheerleader, your furry shadow, your partner in crime, especially when it comes to sneaking snacks. They don't care if you're rich or poor, popular or unknown, having a good hair day or a I haven't showered in 3 days kind of day. They're there for you, through thick and thin, no matter what. And that kind of unwavering loyalty is something to be admired. In a world where relationships can be fleeting and trust can be broken so easily, dogs remind us of the importance of being there for the people we care about. They teach us that true loyalty isn't about grand gestures or empty promises. It's about the little things. It's about being present, being supportive, and being a shoulder to cry on when things get tough. So be the kind of friend your dog thinks you are. Be loyal, be dependable, and be there for the people who matter most. They're counting on you. Chapter 5: Joy in Simple Things. It's not about the bone, it's about the chasing. You know how excited dogs get over a simple walk, or a treat, or like a cardboard box? They're not impressed by fancy cars or designer clothes, although, let's be real, they'd probably love to chew on both. They find joy in the simplest things, and that, my friends, is a superpower. In a world that constantly tells us we need more, more, more to be happy, dogs are here to remind us that true happiness isn't about material possessions or external validation. It's about finding joy in the everyday moments. It's about appreciating the little things, the warmth of the sun on our faces, the sound of laughter, the feeling of sand between our toes. So take a cue from your furry friend and start paying attention to the simple pleasures in life. Savor that first sip of coffee in the morning. Take a walk in nature and really appreciate the beauty around you. Spend time with loved ones and cherish those moments of connection. You might be surprised at how much happier you become when you start focusing on the good stuff, the simple stuff, the stuff that really matters. Outro: go hug your dog or borrow a friend's, I won't judge. So there you have it. 5 life-changing lessons I learned from my dog who, let's be honest, probably thinks this whole video is just a ploy to get more belly rubs. And you know what? He's not entirely wrong. But seriously, our furry friends have so much to teach us about life, love, and happiness. They remind us to be present, to be grateful, and to never underestimate the power of a good tail wag. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a very impatient dog who's been very patiently waiting for his payment. Spoiler alert, it's treats. Until next time, stay positive.